Harley.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good.
How was your week?
It was good because we're on YouTube and people are watching.
Yeah, I love that.
So,
hi YouTube
whoever
guys.
you are, thanks for being here.
Hi.
Some people were bugging us for a little while about YouTube.
Yeah,
so
they want to see they want to see your face.
when I'm
Yeah.
sitting here screwing up my face. Oh God. Just to clarify, we're not putting. There is no season 1 for YouTube.
Yeah.
It's not coming. we will be
We've
posting.
moved on.
We've moved on. We will be posting some shorts from season 1, just because obviously we're building up on YouTube. So you may see some stuff that you've already potentially seen on Instagram or TikTok. Not everything, but you know, just to help us reach some new audiences, we will still be promoting some stuff from season 1 episodes. But season 1 as a whole, long form to YouTube, is not.
Forget about
coming.
it.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
Honestly, with this YouTube game, you get what you're given. Because that's one thing we could talk about actually. This week, these last couple of weeks, you were sick over Christmas.
Yeah.
Our very
I'm
first,
still a little
bit.
Do you know what I mean?
Our very first episode, we sat down to film in a new setup, and then as we went to film the second one, we were like, no, you know what? This ain't feeling right. The lighting's not right. We're running out of daylight. We had to make some amends, change some stuff, and I just want to reiterate, because bloody proud of us. We do this all by ourselves.
Yeah, we do.
We do this
the whole production team
all by ourselves. Everyone who makes every single thing that you see about this podcast is right here. It's just me and Malaka. We take turns editing the episodes. Malaka, you pretty much handle all the TikTok publishing.
Yeah.
But we take turns uploading whoever edited to Instagram.
Yeah. You upload the thing onto the actual
I upload the actual podcast.
Yeah.
Depending on who's edited, we'll upload it to YouTube. I'll make the actual YouTube thumbnail, but then whoever's online will jump in the comments. We'll just keep.
And in the DM, you don't know who you're getting in those
DMs.
DMs.
And this is very clear. I think one day, when I posted a picture of just corned beef, and I was like, ew, and everyone knew that was me.
Yeah.
Everyone knew that was me. So, yeah, it is just us here running this whole thing with the cameras that we can find, the microphones that we have. So. Just want to shout out to us. Oh, and I
so all women team,
all black women team. This is a black enterprise.
Yeah.
I bloody drew the podcast art.
You did.
I did the podcast art.
Did.
I drew that. by hand. On my iPad.
So cute.
It took a while.
Yeah.
It took a while.
A couple iterations.
And colour and stuff like that. But I'm proud of us.
Yeah, we've done a good.
Season 2, episode 3. 2023.
Wait, one every week, every Monday for 2023.
Yeah. If you don't see us here, we've died.
Basically. No, because this year, every Monday is a Sonder and Salt Monday.
Every single
Monday. We're not messing about.
No. And if you are catching us on YouTube, as we said when we started this, it will go up on YouTube within the week of upload, but our focus is a podcast.
Yeah.
We are a podcast, which is an audio production, and that is our priority, getting stuff up on all the podcast platforms on Mondays. So thank you for rocking with us.
Thanks.
We are very excited for 2023. And hopefully this is actually me saying we're a 2-man team, so that in 6 months' time I can use this clip and be like, we've got stuff, we've got a team,
sure.
We've got our first team member. One thing I just want to point out for the YouTube listeners and viewers as well is that the subtitles are...
It's not going to happen, unfortunately. Or they're all over the place, aren't they?
They're all over the place.
Yeah.
So I'm very, very sorry. We want to make something as accessible as possible, but...
At the moment, there isn't the capacity.
I don't have the capacity.
Yeah. When I was uploading the other day, I was just like, subtitles, it's just going to mess it up. Like,
so there's auto subtitles on there, but say, for example, the opening line was, "Hi Rebecca, hi Holly."
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
So I changed that just so that, obviously, because it auto plays in your feed, I changed it to our real names. But other than that, I'm so sorry. For now,
One
if
day,
you do rely on the subtitles, we will get there. If anyone out there wants to help us out with subtitling, get in contact.
Sonderandsalt@gmail.com.
Yeah, because there used to be a way that you could do community subs. So people from different languages could submit subtitles to the videos that they were watching. Yeah. Obviously, this is like an hour-long production, so I'm not expecting anyone in the community to do that. But they took that feature away from YouTube as a platform.
Well, I guess people will probably...
Well, it would still go to like the creator to approve and stuff like that. Okay. So, but it was just a really helpful tool to help people like navigate different languages. But
and I'm one of those people actually that watch things with subtitles.
With subtitles, exactly. So that's the only reason I knew, because they were on when I went back to watch the video, and I was like, Rebecca, Rebecca. But yeah, that's enough admin and life update
Yeah.
things.
Let's talk about the food.
Today's episode is a little bit of a follow-up from last week. So last week we were obviously talking about our
Toxic diet
culture and all the
experience.
things that we've done, haven't eaten, have cut out, whatever. And this week we just want to talk a bit about what we eat.
Yeah.
Like on a day-to-day basis.
What I eat in a week.
What I eat in a week.
I love those little videos and stuff on YouTube. Yeah.
My vlog, which should be up by the time you hear this.
Yeah.
I documented most of what I'm about to talk about.
Yeah.
So I'll link my YouTube in the YouTube description in every description.
I want to get back on YouTube, but I document all my bits and bobs on Instagram.
Yeah, everything that when I can eat, you want to catch it within 24 hours.
Literally as live.
But yeah, I think let's just get into it. So breakfasts, I think obviously they start in the mornings. Mm-hmm. What kind of stuff do you typically eat for breakfast?
Eggs. And this egg crisis has got me on the ropes. I love eggs. I eat a lot of eggs regularly. At the beginning of 2022, I got a trainer. And that really helped me.
Personal trainer.
Yeah, sorry, a personal trainer.
Not shoe.
Yeah, a personal trainer. And that was a positive experience in terms of what we were talking about last week.
Yeah.
And I just didn't realize how much fat I was consuming on a daily basis through olive oil, avocados and eggs. And I've come to realize I actually don't need to eat more than one egg when I'm having my eggs, and I can beef it up with some liquid egg whites, which I love. So I tend to have some variation of egg, be it scrambled or in an omelette, because I can add in the additional egg whites.
And the chicken sausages?
No. I actually love the turkey sausages from Sainsbury's because they're gluten-free. Mm-hmm. But post-Christmas, they're not on the shelves because there was a turkey shortage due to the avian flu pre-Christmas, and I think they utilised all the turkeys
for Christmas.
Okay. So there's a bit of a turkey shortage.
Crisis at the moment.
Yeah, the UK is just in a constant crisis. So I'll have eggs, baby cucumbers with my eggs. I love that, and baby plum tomatoes. I like to have. If I'm not able to cook some kind of egg or something, then I will have granola. In the summer, I was having granola
with your ration of honey.
Yeah, sometimes, because I was trying to reduce my sugar intake just to reduce it, basically, because I like
pre our last conversation.
This
is old us,
and it's just to kind of change my palate a little bit, so it's not I don't feel like I need it all the time. So I'd have granola with.
So many of these shop bought granolas are very sweet.
Yeah, very very.
Or
sweet.
The yogurts. You were having Greek yogurt, weren't you?
Yeah, Greek yogurt, lactose-free Greek yogurt, or the 0% fat Greek yogurt, and that was actually only because I thought I would like the 5% fat, but because I don't consume yogurt and dairy, it was too creamy for me. I didn't like it, so I'll have the I think it's Total. Five, 0%, or I'll have the Tesco lactose-free Greek yogurt because I like that one. In the wintertime, I love a vanilla bean quinoa porridge. Love it.
Yeah, you need to bring me in on that.
Yeah,
Have you posted an actual recipe?
Yeah. I've posted it on my Instagram, and there are some quinoa flakes that I buy. If you check out my Instagram, you'll see that there's a reel for it. I can't remember I think it's Amissa.
Okay.
And they do quinoa flakes.
You might need to wheel this up. You might need to repurpose this content because
I think I need to bring it back for this time of year because it's kind of lost now. Or just start to promote it a bit more. But yeah, I love a vanilla bean quinoa porridge, which is a mixture of oats and quinoa flakes, and I just like the texture and I like the flavour.
And you like the little black speckles.
Yeah, I love the little black speckles. That's typically what I will have
for breakfast.
Yeah. Shall I talk about what I had this week? No, in fact, you'll talk about typically and we'll talk about what we had this week.
I think typically, number one, I'm a big breakfast person.
Yeah.
I love breakfast. I think breakfast is important.
Yeah. That's a valid point. I'm not really a big breakfast person. I've had to train
I was just
myself.
about to say, for all of that cooking breakfast.
Yeah, I'm not, but because I prefer to work out in the morning at the gym.
You get hungry.
Yeah, my appetite has changed over the years, but yeah.
So I typically, my winter breakfast is also like a porridge, but I just like oats. But I don't like jumbo oats. We spoke about this when we discussed crumble.
Yeah.
I like either and again, this is a thing about branding.
Yeah.
I like the oats that are for porridge.
Yeah. Specifically. Yeah.
Because usually they're cut, so they're thinner. They'll cook in 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't like doing my oats in the microwave. It has to be done on the hob. I cannot do my microwave oats. It just drives me up the wall. And I hate the oats that come like pot noodles. I cannot.
Oh yeah, they taste a bit different.
Like, I've done them like, what I've done is I've kept one in my drawer at work. So if push comes to shove.
Is that with the Quaker pots?
I think they're Quaker, or there's another brand I like called MoMA.
MoMA, yeah.
They have like a...
Is it pink?
I think they have different flavours.
Oh,
so the one I have is brown because it's like apple cinnamon,
okay.
or green apple cinnamon one. But typically, I'm an oats kind of person. I can actually oat all year round. It just depends on the toppings. So if I'm doing summer oats, I'll put like raspberries or strawberries or something in it. And banana, and then winter oats, I usually put like some kind of stewed apple on top, or like that kind of thing.
I like that.
I love a stewed apple.
Stewed apples or bananas. I'm not really an oats topping person.
Yeah. Or like I'll mix it straight in. Yeah, I'll mix it straight in as well.
Yeah.
And then I do love a good cereal. I think my cereals on rotation.
Most of them are gluten-free, so I've had to drop out cereals over the years.
I was going to say, one of my top cereal you can't eat, and that's shredded wheat.
Oh, okay.
Well, honey nut shredded wheat, the bite-sized ones. The big, like, loaves of shredded wheat.
Yeah.
I can't do that. Can you eat Weetabix?
No, I cannot. And when I
Weetabix.
Yeah. You'll be surprised.
But there's Oatabix now.
There is, but I think I had such a bad experience with Weetabix because it didn't register to me at the time that this is like pure a gluten bomb. Yeah. And I was eating it and like my stomach was like, I was having real issues. And then one day I looked at the box and it was like, contains gluten. And I was just like, hang on, Weetabix is, no. So I could have Oatabix, I just haven't had it.
Because Weetabix as a brand name does not say wheat.
Exactly.
It's like WEET.
Yeah.
It's not like wheat. Wheat.
That is a gluten bomb.
Gluten bomb, 100%.
But I used to love it though.
I love granola. Some granolas I do find way too sweet, but the one that I really like at the moment is Lizzie's.
Yeah, Lizzie's is good.
They have a few, but the one that I like, I actually do like it, not off the back of last week's conversation, but the high protein one, because it's not like clusters of oats. It's like rice pearls, and it's just a different kind of granola mix.
I like Deliciously Ella. That's a gluten-free one, and they've got, I think it's the brown box. It's probably, I tend to go for granola with like cinnamon and honey
flavor.
Type.
Okay, yeah.
The Deliciously Ella one I like a lot, and there was another brand in the gluten-free section. It had a good texture, and for me, any granola that's just too much oat flakes and a little bit of raisins and maybe some like cheap nuts, I don't like that. I like
raisins
it when
is usually muesli.
No, I've had granola with raisins in it. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't like it when my granola has cashew nuts in it. I don't know why, but I find cashew nuts such a filling nut.
They just take up too much space.
Too much space in my digestive tract. I don't like it. I like almonds. I love pecans for my breakfast.
Yeah, that's nice.
And I like making my own granola as well.
Really? That's me again. I know it's not hard, but it's long. I'm not in it.
It's not really long.
Oh, I can't be honest.
But the problem is, once you know how to make certain things, then you just can't stop. Yeah. I remember the day my mum tried to teach me how to make fried dumpling, and I was like, don't do it.
Why? Because you're gonna be frying dumpling all the time.
Yes. I was like, so she was like, oh come on, you've got to learn. And I remember I could see the bowl and everything, and I just have to be like, honey, you don't know how to make them. You don't know how to make them.
One day I'll make my own granola, but
it's so easy.
I know, but it's just like can't be bothered.
I do like an egg. I don't often have a lot of time to cook breakfast in the week. Either just because like running schedule wise or going to the office.
You're in the office a lot though.
I'm in the office more than you, so cooking breakfast like that is not something I do. But an egg doesn't take very long to cook or eat. So I can egg from time to time. But I think that's my rotation. I think one thing that is not in my rotation that a lot of people have in their porridge and their granola and stuff is chocolate.
Oh, chocolate for breakfast. It's not.
I can't
even like a pan of chocolate was never really a breakfast thing for me.
No, chocolate croissant.
Yeah.
I like those things.
Yeah.
But I cannot breakfast.
Chocolate for breakfast. My mum just like no. I wasn't. This is sweets. This is sweetie now. You can't. Sweetie. You can't have chocolate for breakfast.
Yeah, I can't have chocolate for breakfast. I think
unless it's chocolate tea. And that was even a treat, no. Milo for breakfast wasn't a thing. Actually, I'm lying. I think
even hot chocolate wasn't like an afternoon drink,
evening.
Chill. I can't like energy drink for breakfast.
No.
But I am drinking one right now. I can coffee, but I cannot coffee on an empty stomach. It can't be what coffee breaks my fast.
Unless it's an espresso martini.
Oh my gosh.
An espresso martini.
Espresso martini. I can't coffee like straight out of the gates.
Yeah.
My mum can coffee out of the gates. A lot of people can.
Yeah.
I cannot. What has breakfast looked like for you
this week?
What season are we in? What era are we in?
We're in 2023, let's get gluten-free.
Because I'm back in my matcha era as well.
I'm in my gluten-free bag right now. Yeah, it's that 2023 gluten-free. That's what I'm on. So maybe look at my list that I've had this week.
What did you have this week?
What I had, at the beginning of the week, I don't think I really was doing breakfast because I was off this week.
You were still recovering.
And I was recovering. So I wasn't like waking up early and going to the gym. If I wake up past a certain time, breakfast is done. I'm eating at lunch, and I'll just have.
What is that time? Do you think for you?
What's that?
When will you just push it? When is it charged? When is breakfast charged to the game?
If I haven't worked out,
by like 11?
Usually, if I haven't worked out in the morning, usually I just haven't developed an appetite for breakfast, so it won't happen. If whatever happens, and I need to, like, I do need to eat something. If it does get to about like 10:30 and I haven't eaten anything, it's too close because I like to have my lunch at 12. That's when I like to have my lunch.
You do?
Yeah, midday.
You do,
and I think that's a consequence, like, following from last week of, like, the intermittent fasting. And also, when I worked in America, this was, like, my first job out of uni, and I was at Abercrombie, and they're very, like, what's the word? What do they call them societies over there? It's like very frat sorority kind of culture.
Yeah.
And I don't know why my team would go for lunch at 11:30 a.m. They said it was because they wanted to beat the lunch rush, and it used to spin me. So I used to go downstairs with them.
Yeah.
Get the lunch at 11:30, and by the time you waltzed around, blah blah, came back, I would be eating around 12. And I think
at your desk.
Yeah, I always eat. I like to. You see me when I'm at work, I can't do the social thing all the time.
Not all the time.
My lunch break is for me to focus on outside of this environment. So in the beginning, I'll do the lunch haul thing, but I'm not going to lie, I just want to chill. So the only way to really chill is to go back to my desk, and I'll be at my desk, I'll watch a movie, I'll do something else.
Okay, right.
No.
Oh, okay.
Lunch is lunch, mate.
Yeah,
so 12 o'clock has always just kind of been like my
lunchtime.
lunchtime thing. Yeah, so if I haven't eaten anything by 10:30, it's too close to lunchtime. I will maybe have a bit of fruit. In the office, there's always like a bit of fruit, pineapple stick. I'll have a hot drink just to kind of cut the gas and to hold me, and then 12 o'clock I'm eating. So
the start of this week, breakfast got charged to the
game. I was starting around midday eating. I was starting at lunchtime. I think the first time I had breakfast this week, and it was actually more like brunch, was on Thursday. And I had a gluten-free pan con tomate with the Shah gluten-free ciabatta breads. So I was craving it. If you don't know what that is, it's Spanish tomato bread, basically. So you use some kind of crusty bread that can hold up against the juices of the tomato. And it's grated tomato, olive oil, salt. But I like to make mine a little bit different. So I toasted the ciabattas, which I really like those Shah gluten-free ciabattas. They're good.
Aren't they... I was looking at the packet that you posted, actually. Are they ready to eat, or do you have to bake?
No, you have to toast them.
So you bake them?
Yeah, you have to bake them. Or, no, actually, I followed the instructions on gluten-free things because they're so sensitive.
Yeah.
So you have to toast them in the oven.
Okay.
I just cut them, toasted them. I spread some confit garlic on it.
The toasted bread.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
And then in my tomatoes, I added some smoked salt and a little bit of shush.
You haven't used smoked salt in ages.
Because I gave it a break. Do you know what I mean? But tomatoes are not in season. Tomato season is it depends on the place. Spring, summer. So, and like late summer as well. Tomatoes are not in season, so you can get good tomatoes, but they're not like at their best, at their peak. So I added, a bit of additional flavour with the smoked salt, the preserved lemons, just to give it a bit of and it was just fantastic. And then I put a bit of smoked salmon on a couple of them, and sprinkled a bit of ground mixed peppercorn, which I like. And I used my Odyssey olive oil, which I think I have...
back from the dead!
Yes. So I bought the non-organic one because the non-organic one was on offer. I think it was actually £4 something.
Oh!
And the organic one is £7.
£7 something. I remember that.
Yeah, so I used that in there, especially because...
I remember that specifically. I remembered it a lot when you was out here mouthing off about my water bottle. I really did have active recall about the £7 olive oil,
which I was getting for £5.75,
and how much of it you were consuming.
It was £5.75,
and that you were refilling the bottle to make it look like you were spending the money, even though you were.
It was £5.75 when I was buying it. I just want everyone to know that I never bought the £7 olive oil.
Yeah, but you bought it multiple times. I only had to buy the water bottle once.
Anyway, right. So anyway. That's like a nice fresh way to like use the olive oil and really get the flavour out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was banging. Really enjoyed that. And then I also had, because, side note, my taste buds came back. So the first episode that we did for season 2, I actually couldn't taste anything then. You can hear that I'm just a little bit, do you know what I mean? And it was a really dark time for me. I couldn't taste a thing. It was really upsetting. So this week I've kind of gone mad as my taste has gradually come back and things are tasting like really amazing. So I had that, and then the next day I had one of your favourites for brunch, the strong roots cauliflower hash browns. I love them. Harley.
No, Harley can speak. Right. Malika has enjoyed these cauliflower hash browns for a while now.
No, quite a few of us actually on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the gluten avoider community, anyway.
No, people that are not gluten avoided actually.
Whatever. Anyway, Malika's been enjoying these hash browns for a little while. So I think last summer maybe, or maybe a bit before, in the calorie counting days.
Yeah.
I bought a packet. I saw them somewhere. I always used to see
Was it Ocado?
No. Because the thing is, I always used to see the strong roots sweet potato fries.
Yeah.
And I had those from time to time.
They're good.
I was familiar with the brand, but I just could never find the cauliflower thing. So I finally found them, and I was like, oh my God, I've got them. And I think what happened was they were just chilling for a while because I didn't make a breakfast. And then the day I made them, I was like, what the bloody soggy, oily heck is this?
They're not soggy, they're not oily. They're not. I don't know what you did. They're not.
And
it's the same way you had the golden yolk egg filled with everything from the pantry.
And then she accused me of, because I remember she accused me of having them open the freezer. I was like, I've literally just opened the bag for the first time. They did not have a crispiness. Like the outside was crispy and then the middle was like
it's
soft.
The cauliflower. Yeah. Okay, I'll be honest. The middle is softer than a usual hash brown because I think it's cauliflower first of all, and when you have like say like a McDonald's.
But you didn't include this in your review before.
I did.
Them for like £4
I did. No,
for
do you know what?
$9.
I did. In the first time I put them, it was like a random video, and I was like, I started eating this. I really like them. They're softer in the middle, but they're for cauliflower. And I think I did say that, but I think you weren't watching my story.
But when you were screaming about them,
I still love them.
Yeah, but you didn't say that this week. All the people that have seen them.
I still love you. What's that meme or something? But yeah, I still love them.
You know what? Flavor wise, not bad. A non-potato alternative for your breakfast, not bad. I've personally found them too oily. For the fact that they're supposed to be something else. If I wanted that level of oil, I'd just eat a hash brown.
I don't think they're oily. I think it's just the softness in the middle.
No, they're oily.
Really?
They're actually oily.
I don't think they're oily. Anyway, I had those bad boys and I loved them. And I had them, let me see my list. I had them with a golden yolk egg, my Freshland Farm golden yolk egg. We are still in an egg crisis. And actually yesterday on Twitter, somebody, an American lady posted that in some states, she didn't specify how many, but I can't imagine.
Carton.
Yeah, a carton, which I think
for them
is about
12.
That's what I figured.
It's about
12 eggs. Well, we've made an assumption. A carton of eggs is going for $9. And when I done the conversion, because the UK economy is in the bin, it was about £7 something. And I said, absolutely not. I will actually never eat another egg. At $9 a pop, I will not eat another egg. And if I'm not eating eggs, I'm sad.
Yeah.
So
I'm literally Googling right now, US carton of eggs, just to see.
I don't know where.
What comes up. So it could be, they're all coming up. I'm seeing pictures of 12, but actually, now that I'm seeing this, I'm going back to my family kitchens in America, and they do often buy eggs like in this kind of style.
Yeah.
Because that's the plastic packaging I do find familiar. So it could potentially have been 24 eggs, but eggs?
$9 is still expensive.
For anything?
And somebody did say that there's a phrase that they use for free range. I can't remember what it is, but it sounded like free range. So they used it something else.
But they weren't even that.
Grazing.
They weren't free range or something.
She couldn't confirm or deny. She couldn't confirm or deny. All I know, pasture raised, which is basically free
outside
range. Yeah,
eggs.
and Freshland Farm, 10 for $2.85. Do you know what I mean? Golden yolks, and they're always golden. So I had one of those bad boys.
Aldi do golden yolk eggs. They're, I think, a tiny bit cheaper. Maybe they're like $2.45.
Yeah.
They were not as vibrant.
Mm-hmm.
We'll wheel these back up on Is Branded Always Better?
Yeah,
But if you are in the market for a golden egg, Aldi do have some for just a tiny bit cheaper. If they do have them, I don't know.
Yeah, we don't even know.
Where the eggs are.
I had an egg, I had some avocado, which I squeeze a little bit of lime juice on, and some like cracked black pepper, and then I had some leftover tomatoes from the day before from my Spanish tomato bread. So
My God.
those are the 2 breakfasts that I've had this week, if I'm being honest.
Wow, they're just so simple and...
I know. They were really easy to make. I share them on my Instagram. Like I said, I need to start making reels and stuff. But one thing I do like to do is have a little bit of leftovers. So like the tomatoes, I like to add on something like avocado, easy slice, you fry the egg, pop the thing in there. If I've got the time, it takes me about 20 minutes in total once everything cooks, but it's quick to put it together. So. Yeah. But I don't have breakfast like that all the time.
I had a cooked breakfast this week actually because I bought a packet of bagels, just whole wheat New York bagel branded bagels. And I was having it with an omelette. The omelette, I just literally put in like a wedge of onion, couple of mushrooms. So I diced them up small, and sometimes a little bit of like bell pepper. Fry that down, put the egg on top. Because the thing with omelettes, because I think I did this before work, it was Tuesday actually, so it was before work. If I can't make the egg hold the filling, I'm not emptying the pan to do the omelette to then put the filling back in. I need it to just be small something that the egg can actually
so it's not going to break apart.
So it's not going to break apart when I flip it and stuff. So a couple of simple veggies in my omelette, toasted bagel and cheese actually. So once I flip my omelette, as soon as I flip it, I put the cheese on the other side so it can start melting because it takes a couple seconds, and then I like half it so that it can just chill, turn the pan off and let it steam it. I put mozzarella in my omelette. It's a high protein cheese. I'm part of the lactose avoidant community.
Oh, right.
We're not lactose free. Lactose avoidant, you know how it be. So I shouldn't really be turning up the cheese that much, but it doesn't hurt me. And one of my resolutions was obviously to keep up my protein.
Oh yeah, it was.
Because of marathon training and everything right now. So
doing amazing, sweetie. We've got the water bottle, the high protein cheese breakfast.
Thank you. Thank you very much, guys. So that was my cooked breakfast for 2 days, which is really annoying because I didn't finish the bagels. But the issue is, I think when I shopped, the reason I ended up getting the bagels was because we were in that weird after the bank holiday period where all the bread was going off tomorrow. So I didn't get to
no in-store deliveries and stuff.
I didn't get to eat all of the bagels, but so be it. Sometimes it happens like that. I think bread is one thing. Food waste, I hate.
So why don't you freeze it?
I'll never see it. I will never see it again.
Oh, okay.
It will go to freezer heaven.
Oh, really? I freeze my bread products all the time, but that's because I like to buy my gluten-free bread because the gluten-free stuff is a bit more expensive. I like to buy it on offer, but I put everything into the freezer. So if I want some kind of bread, I know I have to look in the freezer. So that's why I'll finish it.
See, 2 things I don't do. I don't buy bread. And I don't freeze stuff in that way.
Okay.
I typically don't buy bread. So if I buy bread because I fancy it that week, it better get done. Because if it go in the freezer and then the next time I fancy bread, I'll be like, probably in the supermarket and be like, oh, I fancy bread. And when I fancy bread, I fancy it fresh. Not even just fresh, but then. I'm not defrosting and toasting oven. I got to be on the 805 train.
Yeah, but you know if you toast frozen bread, it defrosts very quickly.
I don't even keep my toaster out. That's how I don't. That's how I don't buy bread like that. Fair enough.
I like my gluten-free thins or squares.
I'll just buy them. Like that's the other thing. If I buy the Warburton's bagel thins, there's only 4 in the packet. So I'll actually just finish them. But the bagels, because they're like full size. And every bagel, I can't finish a 5-pack of bagels by myself. So. Anyway, so be it. That was my cooked breakfast of the week. And then my second breakfast of the week was actually a new product to me. It was a Coconut Collab yogurts. They've finally started making dairy-free yogurts in like single-serve portions.
Do they have like fruit sauce in them or
they don't have any bits in them. It's just pink.
The yogurt.
Yeah.
So I feel like when I used to work out.
Alpro. Alpro has bits of fruit in it. So Alpro have been the only people in the game making like single serve, like a 4-pack yogurt for years. Alpro have been here, putting in the work. I just don't really like them because I don't like soy. I don't like soy products. But I don't like them that much. So I saw in Asda Coconut Collab in their little thing, new strawberry, and then I'm gonna assume the other one was plain because it was just their usual white and blue. I think I tasted them when I used to work. And I think I've always had Coconut Collab. They've always done
the pots. I think they came and promoted the individual pots.
So good. So I bought the strawberry. So good. I love coconut yogurt as a whole. They're always my preference, but same like the bread. The yogurt starts going off after 3 days, and the pot is this big.
Yeah.
Like, again, I would freeze yogurt and come back to it because I'll just stir it in a smoothie.
Yeah.
So it doesn't put me off buying the big pots, but
if you can get individual.
If I can get it in the individual, I'm going to get it in the individual. So I had the strawberry one with my Lizzie's granola, and then I bought a pack of blueberries, and I was just some blueberries, that's it. And it didn't need honey or anything because the yogurt was sweetened.
Yeah.
And it was perfect. It was so good.
Lovely.
So good.
Lovely.
And I've been back in my matcha era this week.
Oh yeah, matcha Harley. Is this hot matcha?
Hot matcha, darling.
Okay.
We're in the season of hot matcha.
I'm waiting for the iced matcha. Then I'll
come
pop
back.
round. Yeah.
Pop rounds.
Yeah.
Practically living.
I
know. So back in my matcha era, I think because I was ill, we can do a whole. Maybe I'll do a pinch of salt on matcha because that's a passion point of mine. But while I was ill, I needed like just turmeric tea, and I was like hard coffee. Like I needed to stay awake alert twice a day, and I was still able to sleep. So that's how finished I was.
I don't blame you because when I was sick, all I did was sleep.
So that's pretty much how December ended up being. And then also December ended up being a more coffee space for me because the coffee shops do all the flavoured coffees and stuff. Yeah. So
I had one of them like, I don't know if it was
I don't love them.
Yeah, it tasted a bit too artificial.
But I dabbled.
Yeah.
So because I was drinking that, I wouldn't double caffeinate. Probably something like that, gingerbread, toffee nut latte.
Toffee nut. I think it was toffee nut.
Toffee nut latte, eggnog, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, back in my matcha era, which I like to have in the morning.
Lovely. I'm back to my regular herbal teas.
What is your herbal tea of choice? You're giving me chamomile vibes.
No, not chamomile. I tend to I love a good little detox tea with like fennel or something in it. The ones that literally taste like grass. Because I drink herbal tea just for the feeling. It just helps me to cut the gas. That's it. There is a Twinings tea. I think it's like the strawberry one that apparently has biotin and stuff in it. It's quite nice. But I wouldn't say my like herbal tea of choice is fresh mint tea.
Okay.
Like fresh mint tea.
My mum loves a fresh mint
tea. Love
tea.
that with like mint leaves in it. Yeah, I love that. And I really love it when it's got condensed milk in it.
Oh,
reminds me of my childhood.
Jamaican.
Yeah.
If anyone didn't know, this person listening, Malika is Jamaican. That. I'm Jamaican too, but
yeah, I love that. It's my favourite. Fresh mint tea.
Malika the scallion over here.
I do like pucker teas and that kind of stuff, but I'm not a big tea head. So.
Oh, I'm a massive tea head.
No, I'm not.
Like massive tea head. I organised my cupboard the other day. Just new year, new me. And I've now got a massive tea crate because I had ended up having teas in all different sections. I think my favourite brands are Pucker from the supermarket for sure, but then ones I will buy online or go to the shop. But the shop is in...
I'm definitely not into tea, boy.
One of the shops is in Borough Market, or the one I go to is in Borough Market. It's called Bird and Blend.
I've seen it.
So good. Yeah. I love T2.
Yeah.
Tea. I love their tea.
Is that infusions?
No, they do all sorts. They have the actual tea. They're a proper tea store. T2.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different one.
I have their like actual tea pot as well, like everything, and I love stuff like that. Getting my tea.
God.
I do have a fresh mint. But one thing I don't really do, I think, is buy tea outside of my house. As in, like, I will make tea at home. I wouldn't go to a coffee shop and buy tea.
I will buy herbal tea outside when I feel like I'm gassy.
When I'm at brunch, I'll order a tea or whatever, but I would very rarely be like, oh, you know what, I'm just going to buy a tea and then walk around the shopping centre with a tea.
No. It's not
really
literally
my
for
thing.
me. Tea is like medicinal. It's not for. I don't drink tea for pleasure.
Oh, I do, but at home or in
my mum is
home.
into that kind of stuff. Yeah. But me, I think I've said the story before when I used to get in trouble because because I think it's the fear of the hot temperature on my tongue. I got burned too many times as a child, so I'm over it.
My dad likes to drink moringa tea, which is a big one in the old Caribbean community.
Yeah.
He will tea down.
Did you ever drink when you were growing up Sarasi? Like for a washout?
I can't say I did, but maybe.
Yeah, Sarasi tea. It's like bitter. And my dad used to give it to me like at the end of every holiday, or if you were like if your stomach was messed up for like a washout because you're preparing to go back to school. So it's like the minute you start saying, free paper bun, holiday's over, start preparing, make sure you've got everything and make sure you drink the Sarasi. It's not even like we were eating crazy. I don't don't mean I just feel like it was. I think it was a traditional thing. Yeah, I think it was just like a tradition. But yeah, surrogacy tea that helps to like clear you out.
No, I don't know about that. Anyway, lunch.
It's my turn, isn't it?
It is.
Right. So typically for lunch, it kind of depends on the season. It depends on how busy I am. I'm not too like strict on lunch, especially because Gusto is one of the areas where lunch will impact. Yep. Gusto doesn't touch breakfast, but lunch and dinner is where it kind of comes in. So it kind of depends on what's on my Gusto. We can talk about like our favourite Gustos, whatever, another day. If I'm in my meal prep bag, then it's probably some kind of sweet potato, salmon, or salmon, because I actually don't mind salmon reheated.
Yeah, I don't love it.
I don't mind it. I can have it reheated, or chicken breast. Prawns, I'll never reheat. Never. You will never catch me having prawns for meal prep. I've done it once because I followed the recipe and I hated it. But I can have salmon reheated, and broccoli. If it's like the summertime, I like to have a baby spinach, quinoa, tuna salad. I think I've shared that before. I've seen that. Yeah, I love that. And it's an easy thing that I can prepare every single day very quickly if I prepare the different components.
Ingredients,
They keep well. So I like to have that. I bang that out.
That was with your bougie tuna.
Yes. My bougie your
expensive
tuna. I do like to have that. Or like wraps. I started having a lot of wraps this year with the gluten-free wraps, and I'd have basically like the contents of the baby spinach salad. Well, no, I'd have baby spinach, tomato, shallots, and then cucumbers, and then I'd add in like some kind of grilled chicken or tuna or whatever.
I think I remember your journey of when you one day turned a gluten-free wrap into a gluten-free taco.
Oh yeah, no, it was a particular brand, and I hate them. I don't even remember who they are. I just know what they look like, and I'll never buy them again. The Warburton's wraps. Warburton's are in their gluten-free bag. Like Warburton's are
in their bag.
Warburton's are in their gluten-free bag. The only thing I bought from them that I didn't like was the crumpets. I just don't think
gluten-free crumpets.
Yes, and I just think the lack of gluten doesn't give it that elasticity. Yeah, so when you eat it, it's almost like mushy. It doesn't taste bad, but the middle texture is a problem.
It's a bit like a cauliflower hash brown.
Yes, I'll be honest. Yes, it's kind of mushy, but everything else, Warburton's in their bag. Yeah, Shah and Warburton's, my top two gluten-free like bread brands.
Okay, Warburton's is my top crumpet brand.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, that's typically my lunch this week. Oh no, how were we doing this?
You can say it, yeah.
Okay, so this week, couldn't even remember. I had for lunch, I actually had my gluten-free spicy sausage Mafalda quarter pasta dish.
Oh yeah.
For lunch.
So, talk us through this, because you'd be finding sausages that I didn't know existed.
So Tesco.
First you put me on turkey sausages.
Yeah.
Then you put me on chicken sausages. Now you're putting me on
beef sausages.
Beef sausages?
Yeah, I do love a beef sausage, but the Tesco ones, the Tesco Finest, I find them a little bit too fatty.
Right.
So when you fry them in a pan, they render a lot of fat. Do not put any oil in them. You'll be like, it'll be swimming. Yeah. So they're gluten-free. And I picked them up this week for my pasta dish because I couldn't get the turkey sausages, but they were really nice in the pasta, especially because it's different. Sausage meat is different from mince meat.
Yeah, I love cooking with sausage meat.
Yeah.
I find that the Tesco ones, the sausage skin means that you can literally like kind of peel it out.
It doesn't. It does the Tesco Finest beef ones. You can literally cook it. Tear it apart.
So some of them I find that you can just tear it, it just dissolves into nothing and you don't feel it. But there's a Tesco line, because I usually buy the ones that, I buy pork sausages.
Yeah.
But the ones that I buy usually like apple and something to get more flavour. Yeah. Some of those Finest ones are like, you know what, I need to
pull it up,
squeeze it out and then discard the skin. But I do love cooking with sausage meat.
Yeah, I loved it. So I had the beef sausages, and then I did one thing I did do on the Monday or the Tuesday is I did an avocado order, because
you got money.
No, I was stockpiling a little bit. I was doing a bit of a bulk buy because the gluten-free pasta was on offer.
Oh, this was your big gluten-free.
Yeah, this is when I was like, I really want to get some like pastas and bits and bobs. So they had this Garofalo. I don't know if you've seen the brand Garofalo.
The brand, right?
Yeah, pasta. They do a gluten-free range. Okay. But one thing I love about them is that they do different shapes. Because when I started my gluten-free journey many years ago, it was literally penne, fusilli, and it was like the skinny fusilli spaghetti, and you could maybe get some linguine somewhere, maybe, but you couldn't get anything else. So with the garofalo, I managed to get the mafalda corta pasta, and which is like, those on YouTube will see the motion I'm doing. It looks like tagliatelle with wobbly edges.
Crimped. It's like a
crimped pasta, yeah. And then they have fusilone, which is like larger fusilli, and I love that. Yeah, but like it's almost like when you get
we said we were going to do a pasta episode, didn't we?
We did.
We still need to do that.
It's on the list.
Okay.
But yeah, I love the fact that you can get gluten-free pastas in different shapes now. So I ordered some stuff. I ordered that and some other bits and bobs, which you can talk about another time. It'll probably come out later. Oh, and I also ordered the Belazzi vegan India. So you know India, the they've got a. I know you guys think that I've got something against vegan stuff, and I don't. I really don't.
Even last week or the week before, when you was out here saying, "Oh God, it can't be vegan and gluten free,"
that would be the end of me. No, long term, absolutely impossible. Sorry, no. So I got the vegan deal because the reason I actually buy it, and I bought it before, is because I just use it as a Calabrian chili paste. Basically, because that's all it is in there. It doesn't have the pork part to it. And I wanted that to add the kick, like in an easy way to my sausage pasta. So that vegan India, 10 out of 10. And if you read the comments, people that seem like avid India eaters comment on how good it is.
Really?
They really get the texture down on that. I really like that.
I love India on pizza because it just kind of comes in little things. But I do always find that like the little clusters of it, I have to get them and like redistribute. Redistribute the India because it's the whole thing. But I'm going to try that.
Yeah, no, really good. I got that as well from Ocado. And then I use my solo pomodoro finely chopped tomatoes.
Muti, whatever they're called.
Love them.
They were on offer at Tesco this week.
I know, and I didn't stock up because I was in a rush, and I need to go back. I think I'm going to go tomorrow, and I hope
they were on so much of an offer that they were on the end of the aisle.
Yeah.
You know when they're on the front piece of the aisle.
Yeah, no, I need to stock up because I love them, and I love the way they cook down when I want to make a quick pasta as well. So yeah, I had that, and then what else did I have? I had my Itsu rice noodle pot. So they got
the instant thing. I've got one.
Yeah, the Itsu rice noodle pot. The rice noodle one.
It's like
it's gluten free.
Yeah, no, but just to describe, it's basically like it's almost pot noodly.
Yeah, somebody came at me in the comments and was like, "This is a pot noodle."
Like it's pot noodle in vibes because we add water to it. But it's if you're looking for it in the supermarket, it should be where the pot noodles kind of are, or it will be where
it is next to pot noodles in Tesco.
Stir-fried and stuff. Yeah. But the pot itself is a bit larger. So
and it comes with a paste. Yeah, I like the fact that it's like
the one I have is also the Itsu brand. I love Itsu branded products. But mine's the udon noodle one, which is not gluten free. But you had the rice noodle one. Yeah,
I had that, and I just jazzed it up a little bit with some of the leftover beef sausage. I just crumbled that up, pan fried it, put it on the side. I had a golden yolk egg. This is before I realised how serious the crisis was really getting. Had 2 eggs in one day that day. Added some spring onions, crispy onions, which are not actually gluten-free. So this was a gluten-avoidant meal because crispy onions are coated in wheat flour to get that crisp.
Do you remember when I kind of throwing back to last week, I think I was making a salad and I put crispy onions on them thinking they were just like onion dust. Yeah. And then I checked the calories.
Yeah. Those bad boys are deep fried.
Deep fried. And I was like, what?
They're deep fried.
Now, lap them up.
Yeah, I love crispy onions. Love crispy onions.
I love crispy onions.
I knew
the brand I like. I don't know the name of it, but it's like short and stumpy and the lid is black.
And they're green and black.
The label itself, I think so, and the lid is black, and they're just so good.
There is
and they're always with the salad supplies where the croutons are.
Yeah, there's one that I like to buy. I think it's like an American brand. They do hot dogs. They do crispy onions.
I know who you mean.
Yeah, crispy onions and then some sesame seeds, and that was really, really nice. I really like the chili miso paste that they use for the broth. I love it. I ordered it on Amazon.
Buy it by itself.
Yeah,
so I buy a little packet and then I just make a miso soup. Yeah. Do you remember that TikTok that was like, I really want some miso soup. Oh my gosh.
No.
Miso soup. Oh, it's a classic.
I don't remember that one.
2020 days.
Oh. But yeah, I ordered some sachets of that because I ordered gluten-free noodles and like ramen style noodles.
Stuff. Yeah.
So I just ordered some of that. But
look at us cooking.
Yeah. those were my fancy lunches. Because this is it. I've said I'm not ordering off those apps.
Yep.
And so I've been buying little things that will allow me to make quick things when I can't be bothered to cook, but I can still give myself.
Look at us.
That felt like a nice.
Reaching our goals.
Honestly, that felt like a nice little ramen takeaway kind of thing. Yeah. And it was so simple to do. Really loved it. So that was my lunches pretty much this week.
My lunches this week this kind of takes lunch and dinner really, was Gusto. Because I was on Gusto. My Gusto came on the Sunday.
Yeah.
So I Gustoed Sunday night, which was Monday's lunch. Monday night, which was Tuesday's lunch kind of thing. And then on the Wednesday night, my friend came over, so we just had 2 portions and we just actually finished it. Which was fine.
What did you have?
Oh, what did I have?
Yeah.
Okay, so I had the buffalo cauliflower type bites thing, which was really, really good.
Really?
And it basically, they just send you some potatoes to make some skin on fries, and then a very weird like Americanism where it's just basically served with wedge lettuce.
Yeah.
So it cut it into 2, but I was like, I'm cutting this into like 4. So I had like kind of four little strings of lettuce. That was really, really good. I had my first disappointing Gusto.
Yes, the pad thai, wasn't it?
The pad thai.
Yeah, I didn't like that either. It wasn't a pad thai.
It was not a pad thai.
It's not a pad thai.
Like, it was just a chicken noodle.
Stir fry, yeah. I feel like I said that.
I feel like you did too, but like so long ago that when it came up, and I looked at my card, I looked at my plate, and I was like,
it's not a pad thai.
This is not it. So I still stand by Gusto.
Yeah, no, I do.
Hello Fresh used to be messing up all the time.
Really?
So for Gusto to just have one
Hello
little,
Fresh, all they know is
dud.
In fact, let me keep him. You never know, might get the sponsorship.
Gusto, one little dud. I'm not.
It's not terrible, but it's not a pad thai.
Not a pad thai.
If you're happy with a chicken noodle stir fry,
100%.
It's not a pad thai.
So one of the other dishes I had was the hoisin pork and mushroom rice bowl.
Was it nice?
It was so good. That's the one that I had as soon as the box landed.
Yeah.
It was a 10-minute meal because it was pork mince. So I literally, as you're frying that, and the beauty of it is that they send you cooked rice. You know those kind of instant bags?
Yeah.
Which I've never had one of those before. Usually they've made me
really, I love them.
Rice.
I love. Oh, you mean from Gusto?
Yeah,
or
from
Gusto.
General? Yeah, from Gusto.
Gusto.
Because usually the rice dishes I get from them are almost those like I've done like a jambalaya, so I had to cook the rice into the thing. So I do love those pouches. Yeah. So they sent that. So I literally made this little rice bowl thing. In 10 minutes, had that the next day, and then my Gusto creme de la creme.
What was it? Oh god, the sausage bake.
The German sausage bake, curried sausage bake.
Yeah.
I love it. I am this close.
Yeah.
And maybe I will now because I might be taking a little Gusto break, making it myself. Because now I've done it twice.
You kind of know.
I kind of know, and obviously I do have the recipe card. But now that I know I love it, I don't mind committing to buying like a jar of relish is in it, which is the only thing that I wouldn't typically buy. Ketchup's in it, like other things I don't mind buying the big bottles of, but relish was the only thing I'd be like, what else am I going to use this for? I love it.
The good thing I like about Gusto obviously is the app, so if you lose the card you can go and it keeps all your old recipes that you've ordered. So
that was my Gusto week, and that was my like night before and the next day. One thing, shouts to Gusto because we love them. This is not sponsored, but if you want it to be, it can be.
Yeah.
Like,
they're like that.
If you're about that life.
Yeah.
The Jolly Hog.
Yeah.
Is the butcher brand that they use for all their pork.
Really?
It is the best. Like
really, that's who they use.
Yeah.
Do you know? Gusto branding. I love it.
I love the little miniature Marmite. The little love heart Marmite they send.
I feel like the experience for me is it's a lovely experience.
But the Jolly Hog products that they send specifically, especially over Christmas, they sent the Jolly Hog mini sausages and blankets. Are one of the things I ordered. So the pork products are so good.
Yeah. Well, I don't eat the pork, but it looks nice. Whenever you send me the pictures.
The Jolly Hog. You don't eat pork, but for your community.
Yeah.
The Jolly Hog sausages and blankets were gluten-free.
Oh, nice.
So I'm sure that they must also do regular sausages that are gluten-free if you're that way inclined.
Yeah.
Honestly, I cannot say enough about it. At work, people keep asking me like, is Gusto, like, are you serious?
Nah, I like
and
Gusto.
I'm like,
but
yes.
You say Gusto, I'm like Gusto.
Whatever.
But yeah, Gusto, yeah.
But I'm literally like, yes, and Jolly Hog. The nicest sausage meat brand I've had before that, like name brand, is Ginger Pig.
Okay, I've seen them.
They're in Borough Market.
They've got a restaurant or a little
they do.
store.
Something like that.
Yeah.
That's the nicest like proper tasty, flavoursome, British reared, fresh farm, fresh meat I've had other than Jolly Hog. I love Jolly Hog.
Lovely. Sounds like it was a good week. I've got Gusto coming. I'm back on Gusto. My Gusto last week, I guess we're moving on to dinner now, aren't we? My Gusto last week, I couldn't taste much. So I actually used it. My parents came over.
To ease it out, basically.
Yeah, so we had like a family dinner on New Year's Day, and I used a lot of my Gusto. Typically for dinner, I will have Gusto, some kind of Gusto, or if I'm back in my meal prep bag, again, it's probably some kind of sweet potato. It could be anything, to be honest. There isn't really like a typical dinner, I would say, that I would go towards. If I'm like, it kind of depends on where I'm at.
My meals are hella varied. I just make sure, which I didn't, my first Gusto week, I remember thinking, what have I done?
4 different meals?
No, when it was, I think 3 of them contained rice.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So like
I remember we had that conversation. I make a choice. I'm conscious not to.
So this week I had 1 rice, 1 noodles, 1 potato, or 2 potato, but that's okay. Because one was like chopped and one was fries, and I had them at opposite ends of the
They're adding a lot of quinoa in at the moment. I don't know if it's for the new year, but last week my dish had quinoa in it, and I think something I've ordered this week has got quinoa in it. Yeah. And they do tend to have some kind of like vegetable based or like salad or something like that. So I like
anyway, this isn't sponsored.
It's true, you know.
So let me not talk too much.
It's true, you know. Anyway, I like it. Long story short. So if I'm not having Gusto, if I'm like in my meal prepping bag, again, it'll be some kind of sweet potato, brown rice. I like to have brown rice, depending on the dish, a gluten-free pasta or something. The meals I mentioned earlier were kind of whatever was left. I would have that for dinner or something like that. Yeah, I'd always have a bit of leftovers. So I had an Itzy pot for dinner one day. I had some leftover pasta for dinner one of the days. But last week, Sunday, the dinner that we had with the Gusto, I made my harissa chicken, which I've actually shared on my Instagram.
That I've seen the recipe for.
And it's just a simple chicken. It's the Belazou. I like Belazou. You can see that. I think I've said this before. Like I'm a
Did they come up on your brand?
No, I don't think they did because we went. I think we kind of capped it, but there's loads.
Yeah.
You know? But Belazou, I love their products. We love their products.
Theirs is rose harissa, isn't it?
Yeah, rose. But they've got an apricot harissa, and I bought it.
Oh, I haven't tried that.
I prefer the rose. The apricot harissa is just a little bit too sweet.
Okay.
But the rose harissa, I also bought Waitrose rose harissa, and it's very runny. Cooked ingredients. I would never buy it again.
Oh, really?
No. Oh. The Belazou rose harissa, the texture of it, and that you can literally like see the ingredients. I absolutely love it. So I use that with some preserved lemons. I love preserved lemons. I actually like the Odyssey preserved lemons.
Oh, surprise.
But I bought the Belazou ones this time and they were fine. I actually think they might be one of the other is slightly cheaper than the other.
I think there's another brand which is kind of more in the baking section more. It comes where the harissa is and stuff, but I know that they make the crystallized and stem ginger, and it's like a black label.
Okay, with it's like slanted white writing. I know
black
what
and
you're
white writing.
about.
So I always see it on the baking aisle, and then buy the like that kind of ingredients. They do preserved lemons as well.
I love preserved lemons. Sometimes I want that lemony freshness, but I find it a bit more subtle than like just lemon zest or fresh lemon. So I use a lot of preserved lemons, and then some pink peppercorns and some salt. So I just bunged that in the oven. I seasoned that up the day before. That was great. I used the quinoa from my
one of your meals
Gusto to make like a tabbouleh style salad. Obviously tabbouleh, I'm sure that's how you pronounce it. Tabbouleh is made typically, if it does have some kind of grain in it, it's made with
couscous.
No, it's not couscous. It's bulgur.
Oh, bulgur,
it's like cracked bulgur, and it's like I don't actually think it's cooked. I think it's soaked.
Right.
Or something from my research, but obviously bulgur is not gluten free. Bulgur is one of the things that I didn't know. Wheat. Yeah. Bulgur wheat is one of those things. This is again when I was at Abercrombie, they would have this really big salad bar. And it said bulgur.
I love a corporate salad bar.
Yeah, and I just thought this looks fantastic. I tasted it, I loved it, and every day for a week. I think that week I wasn't meal prepping. By the end of the week, I was in pieces, in literal pieces. My stomach was broken, and I was like, "What is it that I've eaten this week?" I've been having gluten-free stuff, and then I googled something, and what came up was like top 10 products that people think are gluten-free that is not. Number 1, bulgur wheat, and couscous was another one because couscous is like pasta basically, isn't it? Yeah, so I don't eat bulgur wheat. I made a grilled courgette kind of.
You've eaten so much this week.
No, because I'm telling you.
What is all of this?
But this was, I didn't really eat this because this was last week Sunday when my taste buds are still acting up. But this was the only like dinner that I really made.
Oh,
but yeah, I made like, I made
right.
grilled courgettes. That was lovely
Bloody
with a bit of
hell.
olive oil and salt. I made the black bean and avocado. The black bean.
You're just coming here to crap on my resolution to cook more, innit? You were
Yes.
like, let me show you what cooking looks like.
Yes. I had
Let me show you.
the black bean dish from Gusto. It's like black beans with avocado and it comes with feta cheese.
Yeah.
I absolutely, it's banging.
Yucky.
I don't want to hear it. It's
Feta
that
cheese.
German sausage thing that you banging on about. I don't even want to hear it.
Feta cheese is gross.
Are you serious?
I know people love it. I think it's...
No, I love it. That dish, I have it with tortilla chips.
Oh,
I
right, yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
love it. It's like a bean dip. It's lovely. And
I love a thing like that.
Yeah.
I just don't love feta.
Okay, no, you don't have. I didn't actually put the feta on because my cousin is seriously lactose intolerant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it gives her like nasal congestion, so I didn't put that on. Yeah, it's really really bad. I made a beetroot, goat's cheese, and baby spinach salad. And then we had these my cousin made these red wine poached pears. Absolutely fantastic.
Oh, I love a poached pear.
Absolutely fantastic. And like it just looks so beautiful. I'm gonna make a recipe. Like it was. We had it 2 nights in a row because she came back the next day and made like a little roast dinner for us that's what I had on the Monday. It was like this little roast dinner. And I've eaten, you see this week?
Cool,
by Friday night.
I feel like I've had about 5 meals compared to you.
I was in bed. I felt squashed. Like I had to have hot tea just to cut the gas. Yeah. Because I just my taste buds were getting overwhelmed. It was all getting a bit too much.
Yeah, from 0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah. I think that was like my big dinner that I had.
Oh, just the one?
Yeah, because everything else was, well, yeah, that was just, yeah.
What's the rest of it? Picky bits?
Yeah. Leftovers, itzy bowls and that kind of stuff. But yeah, that dinner was lovely. Absolutely lovely. And then I had some snacks. Did you have any snacks this week, Holly?
Oh,
Listen, I'm back at Pilates. I'm back at the gym. I'm finding the balance. But this week, I think after not being able to taste anything.
I mean, you had literally like water for Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish. Snacks.
Yeah.
So
That's like a bit of a confession.
I have snacked a lot. I'm a snacker.
Really?
I'm a snacker. Like I'm a big snacker.
I saw the what was it? The shortbreads in the Tesco order.
Oh, I took those out. I took them out.
The shortbread.
I took them out because they were £2.10.
Yeah.
And I was like,
you can make these yourself.
Not only could I make them myself, but like, the value wasn't valuing.
Yeah.
If they were, because the ones I really want are the M&S ones.
Yeah.
I was like, that's
Is that the
£2.
ones that you spoke about on the podcast
Yeah,
before?
the round ones, the toffee pecan ones.
Yeah.
I was like, I will just go and get them.
Yeah.
I don't want to just buy a substandard.
Yeah, for the sake of it.
So I took those out. But what I did buy in Asda when I was buying the coconut yogurts, like this was from the week before's shop, was a pack of like double strip custard creams. Mm-hmm. And I've been working my way through those.
What's double strip custard cream?
You know, like the size of a custard cream. Sometimes they come in like a 1 pack. So it's just one line. But this was a pack that was like 2 lines.
Gosh, okay.
I've been, like, don't get me wrong, they're not finished.
Yeah.
But I've been eating like 6 at a time. Double strip of custard creams has been getting worked through this week.
Are you like a custard cream snob? Is this just like Tesco branded custard cream?
Oh yeah, I love a supermarket own brand custard cream.
Yeah.
I would say the Asda ones are not the best.
Yeah.
I picked them up. There's Asda by the gym basically, so that's why I went in and literally picked up like 4 things on New Year's Day.
Yeah.
Quickly just.
And on the way from the gym, you picked
going.
up custard creams.
The heart wants what the heart wants.
Balance. Yeah.
So what else have I snacked from this week? Grapes, seedless grapes, black seedless grapes.
I like red. Do you know what I like?
Black.
Oh God, I can't remember the
Black
actual
seedless
name.
grapes was my healthy choice of the week.
The ones from Marks and Spencer's.
Oh,
the specific red grape.
I know the ones.
I think it's
the
champagne or something.
They're branded as well, aren't they? They're like M&S, but like from a certain.
Yeah, I think so. Those are the ones.
Sticker.
I love them. Love them.
That was my healthy snack choice of the week.
Yeah.
I also bought a multi-pack of Doritos Chili Heat Waves because I was basically trying to make a proper old school pack lunch. Mm-hmm. So every day in my bag was the Gusto, whatever the Gusto was, pack of crisps, box of grapes.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was my like lunch basically. So that's kind of snack, kind of my lunch parcel. And I also did restock on my Misfits protein bars this week.
Okay.
I didn't buy them online, which is the cheapest way to do it, but they sell them in Sainsbury's, so I just picked up a few. I enjoy all of them, so I just buy the ones that are on discount.
Okay. Yeah. I just had my last protein bar today, so I need to stock up.
I've got
because they save my life all the time.
Yeah, that's the thing. I just keep them in my bag, and that's really, really good. One naughty little thing that I had, you actually caught me because you FaceTimed me and I was like just eating it, was a sticky toffee pudding.
Yeah.
I did do that, but I don't feel bad about it.
Of course not.
No. What I feel bad about was the speed in which I went from dinner to dessert, because
really,
I swear I was still getting peanuts out of my teeth when I was putting that bad boy in the microwave.
From the pad thai.
Yeah. I think I was not satisfied. Yeah. I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
I was literally like, not willing it. Not willing it.
Hitting,
I was like, but wheel it up because what else we got? Because I just get the ones that go in the fridge. They last like a week. I got those are from a previous shop as well, but
that leftover Christmas stock.
No, I bought it since Christmas.
Oh, right, okay.
Just got to keep some good stuff on. It's winter. SAD is real.
For real.
I got to do what needs to be done.
I hear it.
What little snacks did you snack on? Your last protein?
I actually don't snack. So the fact that I've got multiple snacks this week goes to show how mad.
You were off the rails.
I was moving insane. Like, absolutely moving. I even bought cordial. I don't buy cordial. I bought the Belvoir elderflower cordial. I think it was on offer from Ocado, and I was trying to beef up my
you know what?
to get free delivery.
They had over Christmas, I think they were limited edition, all these Belvoir non-alcoholic like cocktails. So I bought some for Christmas because one of my friends is here, he doesn't drink, and I bought like the passion fruit martini, but by Belvoir, and it's like non-alcoholic.
Was it
really good?
Yeah.
But I feel like they're Christmas like limited stuff. But if you see them again, I'll try it. For them.
They have spritzers. I bought one. I didn't like it. It tasted a lot like water. It's like a ginger and yuzu one.
Like a seltzer.
Yeah, that's not my bag. I'm not going to lie. I didn't really like that. But typically, I like Belvoir products.
Yeah.
So I had some of the elderflower cordial a couple of times. I had, because I ordered off Ocado, which I can't do too often because obviously Ocado moved away from their Waitrose partnership a little while ago, and they have a partnership.
Yeah.
So I dropped in a couple packets of those truffle and olive oil crisps. I did. And I had a packet of those bad boys. You know when you open the packet, you roll it up, you put it in the cupboard, and then like 10 minutes later you're back in the cupboard unrolling it and like just have a couple more. And I was literally standing in the kitchen having a couple, then I rolled them back. I think there's a little bit like literal crumbs left now, but I said I'm not going to touch it. So I had that. I gave the second packet to my brother because I just said this is dangerous. So I ordered that. I had some Jude's ice cream because it was from Ocado. I'm not ordering off Ocado again because when I go to the supermarket, I don't act like this. What's going on? So my cousin actually bought the salted caramel one to go with our poached pears. Yeah. Then I went ahead and ordered because I want to make I've been craving an Oreo milkshake, but I'll talk about that when I make it. So I like to use the Jude's vanilla.
If there's any left.
Please. I haven't opened that one yet, but I also ordered the honeycomb one. It was on offer. So I wanted to try it. The honeycomb doesn't bang as much as the salted caramel at all, but it's nice, it's decent. So
this
I had a couple
here,
scoops.
I want to mix in the Usher Confessions music because
if there was no copyright, I would tell you to do. We could do it for the Instagram clip. Yes. Yeah. So I had that. I don't know if anybody knows or has seen the Co-Fresh. It's usually in like the Asian section. It's a brand called Co-Fresh, and they do these chili and lemon grills.
Oh yeah.
I shared them on my
Instagram.
Yes,
you had those this week as well.
They had the individual packets, and it caught my eye. So I bought another 6-pack.
All right.
I had a packet of those, and then I just had my Trek Millionaire protein bar.
Oh, the protein bar.
Yeah, I had that one day for breakfast when I was like out and about, and then I had that on my way here today. So it wasn't too bad. Do you know what I mean? And I also picked up some gluten-free glazes.
What tea did you say that does the wash out?
Sorry,
you need
facts. Yeah, facts. I had to have my I think it was the Paka or something detox tea.
After the week you've had.
Yeah, by yesterday, because let me be honest, there's a couple of other things that didn't make the list. And by yesterday evening, I was squashed. I was overwhelmed. I said, enough is it. I'm eating like I've never had food before. Yeah. So that was it for me this week, really.
Wow.
What a week.
What a week. What I ate in a
what
week.
A week, yeah.
Literally, that is wild. I eat a lot.
No, this week I was taking
this
a
week
minute. This was like post
COVID,
whatever it was. Like, yeah. Even as I was sharing on my story, I was like, "This is a lot going on here." Like this, sharing a lot. Like,
and you know what it is? All of the things that you ate, like, there's nothing wrong with what you've eaten.
Yeah.
But it's like so complicated.
Do you know what they
Like,
sound complicated?
Cooking down. Number one, you had to cook the bread. Then you had
Which bread? Oh, toast the bread.
Then you had to turn the bread into. Then you had to garlic it and then chop down the tomatoes and then
I was
spread
craving
and then
that
season
though.
and then
Yeah, I was craving that. But once you grate the tomato and make it, toasting the bread is niche and it's just
it happens at the same time. But
and like the pasta, simple dish, sausage, tinned tomatoes, that paste, the Belize vegan andouille. It means I'm not chopping chilies. This is that. Blah blah. Like I just drop that.
No
in
convenience
there.
hacks and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
Follow on Instagram for more.
You've cooked me under the table. You've eaten me under the table.
We should do this another one, like in, like next month or something. I feel that
maybe we can try and actually just salvage the content of what we eat, so we've got some visual aids. But I will share on Instagram when this episode comes out a few of the pics that I have from this week, because I did take some pics and videos this week. I vlogged the week that we were talking about. You can pull your stuff from your stories as well, right? So you've got the pictures
from the archives,
so we can share with you the visual representations of the
delicious
things that we've been talking about. It must be so hard. Like, obviously when I listen back to the podcast, I listen to other podcasts about food. I don't hear many podcasts talk in the detail that we do.
Yeah, I know.
Someone right now is at their desk, like, losing their mind.
Yeah, making notes.
Someone is like, 11 o'clock, it's lunch. I'll go to lunch. But thank you so much for listening, whoever you are.
Wherever you are in it.
Whatever country you're in, whatever desk you're sitting at. We're very, very grateful that you're here. We will catch you in the next episode.
Bye, guys.
Bye.